What's up, people? So, a little one on the worst mistake I've ever made. So I've just been out walking the dog. It's lovely and quiet today. He's happy. Hey, hey. There he is. I'm gonna lay down. So quiet, so peaceful. I think we could all do a bit more silence in our lives. We spend a lot of time permanently switched on with phones and notifications and TV and this, that and the other. That sometimes we underestimate the importance of silence. So yeah, really pleasant today, really quiet. But anyway, the worst decision or mistake I ever made. So most of you know that I spent many years working hard to become a golf professional, and then I worked in the industry for a while, and ultimately I walked away, and it was a huge thing for me because I'd worked so hard at it. But the reason I worked so hard at it was because I was trying to prove people wrong. And trying to prove people wrong is possibly the worst reason to do anything ever, full stop. Because when you're trying to prove people wrong, you're not doing it out of, joy, you're not doing it out of passion for the thing, you're not doing it for fun, you're not even doing it for yourself anymore, you're just doing it to prove someone else wrong. You're doing it to feel validated by other people. You're doing it because you feel like there's some kind of deficit within you that this is in some way going to fix. And ultimately it doesn't. You can push and push and push and get where you want to be and prove everybody wrong like I did, and it means nothing. It means nothing. All it does is exhaust you. It wears you out. It takes so much away from you, and it still doesn't fix that thing that you thought it was going to fix. So, and you see this so often. I was watching one of the Generation Iron documentaries the other day about the bodybuilders, and you can see it in them. They're doing this thing. They're working so hard because they feel like there's something missing in them. They've got this obsession, this drive to fulfill this need to compete. And you see it with anyone that's competitive. Most of the competition doesn't come down to a desire to compete and do well at the thing. It's because there's this deficiency, this need to be validated, this need to prove something. And when we feel the need to prove something all the time, we take away all the joy, we take away all the fun, which is exactly what happened to me. I hated golf in the end. Don't you dare touch the phone. Oh, we have the guest. Hello. Yeah. So it saps all the fun out of it. It becomes unenjoyable. It just becomes something you do because you need to do it, not because you want to do it. And there's a huge difference in the types of results you get when you do things out of need versus want. When you want to do something, you accept the fact that in the beginning you're not going to be very good at it. In order to be really truly good at something, you have to be really bad at it first. And if you're trying to do something out of need and out of a need to prove yourself, then that doesn't go down very well. You can't cope with being bad at things, and that creates a whole host of other issues. My dog can't cope without getting attention for 5 minutes. Sit down, good boy. So when you're operating from that place of need rather than wanting to do something, you close yourself off from ever being truly great at it because you're not prepared to accept the fact that you've got to fail, you've got to suck at it, and you've got to ride the process out. That need to prove people wrong, that need to be the best, that need to validate yourself in some way actually prevents you from ever truly being good at something. When we can detach from that and we can just do something because we want to do it and because it's enjoyable, we get better a lot faster and we get better results long term as well. So the biggest lesson here, apart from my dog being very panty, wait, be quiet, is do things because you want to do them, not to prove other people wrong, not out of a desire to feel validated or to prove something. Just do it because you want to do it. And if you don't want to do it, then don't do it, because you'll waste a lot of time, a lot of energy, and a lot of years, a lot of resources on trying to do something that you don't really care about. So then ultimately it's a massive waste. So next time you're embarking on something, you decide you want to be good at something, you start to put the work in, ask yourself, why am I actually doing this? Am I doing this because it's something that I want to do, or am I doing it because I need to prove a point? because I need to prove something, and I'm hoping that it's gonna in some way make up for something. And if the answer is, you know, the latter, then you know it's worth not pursuing. So that's the lesson from today. Twofold lessons actually. One, enjoy the silence and get as much of it as you can. And two, do things for the right reasons, not for the wrong reasons.